here with me, so if you heard some weird like, oh, that was me, and you just heard it again, you're welcome. Yeah, because you gotta breathe when you do comedy. Anybody anxious, depressed, OCD? My people! I've been playing, I almost got stuck there. It could have been a very different kind of comedy show when I discontinued my OnlyFans, so that would not have been ideal. For me, not for you guys. That would have been a real freebie. Yeah, I had a lot of jobs in this town. Like, this is not my craziest one, being a head witch. I'm gonna already have a segue, and thank you for being here, because two of my best friends could have been here, and they're not, because, I know, but wait till you find out why. I didn't know what I was gonna talk about until they did this. This show was too witchy for them. Okay, also, some of you know me, some of you don't, but like, this is not over, what? Like, there were rumors, there were signs, like what, and then it's at the Masonic Lodge, too? Like, but also, get your hate straight, Masons don't let women in. Like, so, this is LA, this is where we're at right now. But I really want to double down on the witch thing, because it's not really, like, we're not going to sacrifice Mario after the show. That's next time. I know. Like, well, we can't hurt those abs. Like, we're not going to do that. We're not, not to the abs. But, yeah, just wild. So witchcraft, that's not in anymore. Okay, since we mentioned the OnlyFans, she's getting hot in her. Yes! Usually that costs like $9.99. I was more of a niche audience. I didn't have a lot of followers. I had one real fan though, the true fan. What's your name? 55756? I miss him. There he is, in real life. We're dating now. No, that'd be traumatizing. It wasn't like, here's the thing about OnlyFans. A lot of people have a lot of opinion on it, but like, I felt what was closer to prostituting was selling shrimp at Bubba Gump's and Universal. Yeah, you like the shrimp content, good. I didn't. Okay, since that's killing, I haven't done this in a long time, but it feels like the time. The Bubba Gump shrimp song, they made us, I think this is why I can do this job now, is because I would have to sing to tourists, and I'm not a singer, so I won't do that to you, but like in front of a restaurant, so like this is nothing, but like trying to sing, fried shrimp coleslaw, like, you know, that was a little traumatizing, but I started doing it as a poem, fried shrimp coleslaw, it's your birthday, yeehaw, shake it up, shake it down, nay, shake that birthday booty all around. I was gone within 2 weeks. They weren't on. Indeed, I got my hair done today, because this is why she's an interactive exhibit tonight. Yes. Oh, that does feel good. That does make it worth it. When you hear that laugh, you're like, oh, you've accepted me, thank you. So much better than an open mic. Try talking about OnlyFans to a room of 6 straight men. Sorry, I'm learning how to hold for laughs. But I am. You can tell I go so fast that my yoga teacher who owns this cemetery, come check us out every day except Friday on the Fairbanks lawn. I live in the crypt like that way, so go quietly tonight. The rent is expensive in LA. You have to find your crypt, you know? I got too excited by that. I didn't know I was going to say that, so now my brain is like, where are we going? Where are we going with this? Pig sitting. I pig sat in a studio apartment. That was a job I had. That was pretty, yeah, that sound, because if you've ever met a pig in a studio apartment, that's the young Hollywood choice there. So head witch feels more normal. What else? Half of your guys is barista in this audience. Who's Bolt fan? Love you. I didn't have a joke. I'm just making this shit up, you guys. Yeah. It's crazy too, because so I have 15 minutes of fame here, and so we should probably just get right into my trauma, right? Like 15 minutes. Yes, really, you guys are my people. It's really crazy. I think more than most. Like this is a really magical place, and even this is a dangerous thing. I'm gonna try. Like, listen how quiet. Like, this is, I don't know, I hear the spirits. Not you guys are all here right now, but when I've been barefoot on this stage, and there really are, there's a lot of shit happening here. But a lot of shit happened here to me. Like, I grew up just down the street. I don't know if you've seen a street called Camerford, but it was one of the weirdest experiences to be able to be here tonight and like 1,000 feet away from where some childhood trauma happened, and now, because I said so, you all left the house tonight. So for that little girl that I used to be, I'm glad I meditated before I came up here. Okay, what else? Because you came here to laugh, not to be therapy with me. Or both, because why else do we leave the house? Especially nowadays, it's pretty weird, you guys. Like, the world's, everyone's going back to whatever they used to do before, like, the entire world changed. Is that freaking anybody else out? Yeah, okay, one person. That was just for you, whoever you are. Apparently, you guys are all taking your medication, and what's your therapist's name? I need a new one. I didn't know. I had a good, I discovered, so I've been kind of like playing whack-a-mole, actually no, I did with my mental illnesses, like depression, bam, and then anxiety comes in, bam, OCD pops up, like this is what we do. And OCD, that was a new one, probably my least favorite, actually. Yeah, that's so fucking fun. The same friends who are not here because I'm a dirty, rotten, Richie whore, allegedly, they didn't say it like that, but that's what it felt like. I was like, oh, you love me until a point. Not only have they stayed in my studio apartment while I went on a nude modeling trip in Oregon to be a professional fairy. But we've walked on fire in a literal rebirth ceremony ritual with Jeff Goldblum on television. So that's not witchy? Also, fucking Hollywood, that's actually ritual sacrifice in there. Jeez Louise. Where was I going before that? Jeez, this is crazy. I can hear the echo too. This is like being inside of my head with like, however many people are in this room. I fucking love it. And OCD, there we go, my mental illness. It always comes back to my mental illness, and that's why we do comedy. The therapist though, this is like fucking fascinating. First off, she didn't know who Jeff Goldblum was. Thank you. Also, I don't know how much y'all know about OCD, but it's a fucking good time. And you have crazy thoughts like, what if I say something wrong? Look at my job. This is not the job for somebody worried about that. Thankfully, we went to therapy, we healed, now we're here. But she had said that, yeah, she didn't know who Jeff Goldblum was, but also you get crazy ideas, like truly take intrusive thoughts and then multiply them by 1,000,000. But one of my crazy thoughts, we didn't make it in the show, but we were holding these fireballs, and my brain was like, what if I throw a fireball at Jeff Goldblum? And she didn't appreciate that material. Like, what the fuck? Like, of all things, why be an OCD therapist? So that's like the most iconic thing to ever have an intrusive thought about. But she was not a good audience member. And, not a therapist. No, it was a weird time. And she like, let me go because I was too healed. And some of you don't know me, but like, it's not true. No, but like my OCD, I checked off all the boxes, and she was like, there you go, back in the world. And then some shit went down, and I was like, I need to talk to somebody. And then she was like, yeah, you have to go to another person now. And I was like, so that's the last. I love therapy. My first therapist I asked to go to at 7 years old, so it's not my fucking first rodeo. I went to therapy when people were like, oh, so you're crazy. And now people are like, I don't go to therapy, and people are like, so you're crazy. I kind of like this one more. But I did it before it was cool. No, just kidding. It's always cool. It's always cool to fix yourself. Like, not fix yourself, but heal. Because we're fucking fine. What do we need to fix? Except the world, like, that's a big one. Oh, Elise. Sorry, really thinking about therapy now. Now I'm like, it's an interesting time to reflect with all of you staring at me. I kind of like it. It's weird to want to do this job. Like, it's truly bizarre. Like, I want to come up here, cut my guts open, make you laugh, look great doing it. Like, what? I wasn't going for it, but I'll take it. I'm a Leo, so I'm really into that shit. That's why I'm here. That's actually why thank God. Like, I used to be very shy, and it was like low-key killing me, and then I leaned in and I was like, oh no, just put on whatever that fucking headdress is and go talk about your stuff in front of people, and this is the best we're doing, so this is good. Because we're here at the freaking Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Like, what the fuck? This is cool. Some really famous people have been here too. So that's a joke. Usually I'm like performing in like a rich guy's fucking living room or the park. I had some guy like shout my OnlyFans name out in a public park. Like, so we'll say this is a hell of an improvement for my career. Like, just a little bit, just a little bit. It's still weird to do it in a graveyard though. I hope all the spirits are cool. Like you have to be a dope ghost to live here, you know? Like you can't be an asshole, like you have to be into it. You're like, okay, fucking comedians, raves, movies, like, you know, this is the rave grave right here. I don't fucking mean it. I like this, you guys. I can't see anything too, except like this face, so it's just, we're going on this journey together. Oh, I'm just gonna stand in silence for a second, because that's fun. I really did have a great breathing session before this. That's so funny to like have to, it's funny, you know, this is an awkward time to find out this isn't my dream anymore. I know, I wrote that one right before I got here, and I was like, ah! Way funnier in the middle, though. I was gonna do that at the beginning. Fuck, it was not the shit. That was the move. See, we do. Isn't that, like, I know I'm not the only person who doubts themselves, but isn't the mind funny? Like, I don't want to be up here and just, is anybody not okay? Like, just all the time? Like, this is the best night of my career, and I have been freaking the fuck out for like 4 weeks. They had to meditate me upstairs. I was so out, like, this is the dream. But that's like, I think that says a lot about like where we're at and who we are, that like everything, because for me, like, shit, okay, I didn't know if I was gonna do this. What happened to me, I'm gonna nanette this motherfucker, so clench those anuses really tight, know that it's gonna get a little rocky, and then I'm gonna figure out a joke that I haven't made up yet, but it's gonna be fucking fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna trust you, you're gonna trust me. So, when I was a little kid, like, the reason I have fucking OCD, I am gonna nanette this motherfucker, on Camerford Street, like, when I was 5 years old, my dad tied me to a chair. It's not funny, it's not a joke, like, as a thing of, that was his way. I brought a stuffed animal from my mom's house, and he was crazy. That's the backup. Like, that's the setup here. And now I've just told people that I know, my biggest fear, that little girl who was scared to death for 20 years, would never have thought. But last night, as I was writing this down, thinking about, because I've thought of nothing but this show for a month, and I'm a masochist, I had to share that because it was 1,000 feet away. I grew up looking at the Paramount sign. I would go to the bodega with my grandfather like it was 1922. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know how, like, this life that I live. Also, Mario, wherever you are, when I get close to 15 minutes, you gotta light a motherfucker up, because I don't know. This is my, like, sorry, other comedians, this will be welcome to my fucking one act here. I don't know what's happening, you don't know what's happening, but I had to tell you, because now I am not alone anymore, and I wrote that shit down and fucking cried last night so I wouldn't have to do it here, because that's not professional. Thank you. Because I figured, like, if shit like that happened to me, it happened to some of you out there. I just happen to have these brass fucking ovaries to start a coven. Like, so some of you know, we gotta talk about this shit, because like these little kids we used to be, like, I don't know who else was going through their Saturn return, but like, oh my god, I've been like a filmmaker since I was 5 years old, so daddy would love me, and now I'm like, oh my god, there's more to life. I was so, like, I was this, oh, you know, I didn't know I was gonna, I like this, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but it's kind of fun to sit right here for a second. Oh yeah, I like this. Now we're just talking till the, okay, wire is out of my butt crack, that's better. Yeah, it's just wild. It's just wild to be human, and we're fucking going through it. I think each and every, I'm a barista, and that's how I made, like, most of my friends. And everyone I know, yeah, someone, they got a fucking oat milk latte over there. And you know, it's a gift though. It's a gift to be able to do it, but just talking to people for 2 years, my fucking god, like, we're all, like, this is an insane thing to be human. It is a truly, and I'm so honored that you guys came out to this cemetery with me. I don't know my plan for getting out of this position, because it's like this way or that way. Now I'm being sincere. Oh, this is good. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna try a little, if you just clap